Welcome to Stargamer. Today we're reviewing Xcom. Xcom 2, actually. But it feels a lot like Xcom. We're going to get to that. But Xcom 2 is a good strategy game. Gotta say that right off the bat. And I'll be playing it on and off for probably a very long time. It's the same sort of game as Civilization 5 and Civilization Beyond Earth. And these are all games that keep being played because they scratch a particular kind of itch. And the story takes place in a conquered Earth 20 years after the original XCOM. And it's an excellent place to play out your story. That earns it 3 starships. There's a lot of tension and stepwise violence, but it's no shooter, earning it only 2 explosions. So why the low rating? I did say it was a good game. A great game, in fact, that I'm going to play a lot of. Well, it has to do with a lot of factors, actually. And chief among XCOM 2's problem is the price. It's just not worth $70. There's nothing wrong with paying $100 for a really awesome game. But XCOM 2 is an awesome game for 5 years ago. And XCOM Enemy Unknown was an amazing game. It was fun as far as turn-based tactical combat can go, but there's really no significant difference between XCOM Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2. The gameplay and the graphics are essentially the same. It's worth $30, sure. It pains me to say so, because I like the game, but it's nothing more than an expansion. They've added some timed missions where you only get a certain number of turns to complete the objective. That's about it. There were some time missions in the original XCOM game as well. So even the timer isn't entirely new. It does add to the tension of most missions, but they overdo it. Every mission is timed, and for no reason. Buying this game on day one felt a lot like buying dinner at the movies. Sure, it's all good and tasty, all salty, buttery, and all that, but you could have had a really nice dinner for what you just paid for a hot dog and pop and some popcorn. It's a ripoff. Wait until XCOM 2 goes on sale. You also don't need a keyboard for XCOM 2. This game was played on PC, but for all the smug superiority PC gamers have for consoles, I found you only need to maneuver the cursor and at most press 5 buttons or so. So a controller, an Elite controller even better, but probably you don't even need it. The Steam controller would do you. But any controller, they all work with PC anyway, would be even better than a keyboard and mouse. You can play it on your couch. I played it with a keyboard and mouse, and I wish I had a controller for those times. So there's really no reason why this game should not be on Xbox One. It kind of annoys me. It would play fine on 360, but the graphics aren't all that amazing. As you can see, if you played XCOM on 360, then, I mean, it's pretty much the same game. You can see for yourself. It's right here. They've made some tweaks. You can see the timer up in the right hand corner. You've got 8 turns to complete the objective. You know, there's this new concealment thing. It's where the aliens aren't really expecting you, so it's not all guns blazing. There's some sneaking around until they actually see you or you fire on them. But yeah, aside from that, all the gameplay mechanics and the graphics are pretty much the same. There's no reason this shouldn't be on Xbox One or even PlayStation. So it's a little odd. And even in last gen, I played XCOM Enemy Unknown, and then there was this expansion which I totally skipped, XCOM Enemy Within. It looked cool, I wanted to play it, but you know what? It was $30, and I checked on that expansion a year after it came out, and it was still $30. So, I mean, I know that these guys didn't make their sales target. The NPDs were pretty sad for the XCOM reboot, and you know, I'm sad for that too. Like, people just, you know, they like shooters, they like their RTS, they look at this and they don't get turn-based stuff. They get it with Civilizations, right? Because it's really complex and it's kind of top-down, high-level sort of game. You don't control individual troopers. And I think that's the reason. So this might just be a game for us old gamers. I don't know. We'll have to see how this game does. It was pushed pretty hard by the gaming industry. And you know what? That brings me to another thing. Okay, so now you know the reality. You can see with your own eyes. This game is not really a 9 out of 10. It's fun. I like it. Okay, I bought it. I think you should buy it. But it's not a 9 out of 10. It's just not a 9. I mean, I read one review. I think the guy gave it a 9.5. It was from Kotaku. Right? The most unbiased new gaming media site. Yeah, right. But Kotaku was saying the graphics transitioning from the ant farm view to the world map made him want to listen to Pink Floyd. Like, seriously? Like, really, dude? Like, that, I mean, like, that transition looked broken to me. It looked even, like, stupid. And I don't know, it looked like they kind of designed that transition with one thing in mind, and then they changed their minds halfway through. Like, I don't get it. You got this big blue glowing ball you zoom in on, and it like kind of falls apart, and then suddenly you're looking at the world map. It's jarring. So I don't know what's wrong with that kid from Kotaku. He wants to listen to Pink Floyd by seeing that. I don't know.
Moving to position.
You got to find another dealer, dude, because it sounds like you're shooting paid thinner. So this experience, you know what, reinforces my suspicions about the big names in gaming media. Basically, don't trust them. They gave XCOM 2 a 9 out of 10, pretty much across the board. So what else are they wrong about? I'm not going to say that they're selling review points yet, but something is definitely off. I mean, you can chalk up the console wars to fanboyism, but here we have a PC game, so it's not part of that. That was pushed really hard by the gaming media, and I don't really get why. Maybe they just want to save it, a good old game from their childhood. I certainly have that feeling myself, but it's not a 9 out of 10. I mean, I've been playing this game since it was on 386, and you know, I consider myself a fan.
Will do.
Yet I can see right through this nonsense of 9 out of 10 reviews across the board. It's the same old game with a new story setting. I mean, it's good. I like it. My 360 could play it, but it's not a 9 out of 10. You know what a 9 out of 10 would have been? Where, like, the level of XCOM 2 should be? You think of Fallout, you think of Halo, you think of all these other games where probably you paid less than $70, and you get a good game, a new game. But this, I mean, like, where's the MMO? You know, where you build up your Splinter Cell in a persistent world, you know, where you can work together or against each other. You know, that would be something to sing about. But, oh well, I guess you can't have it all. It's still a good game. I would say wait for the price to drop by half, and then enjoy XCOM 2. It really is a good game. And what I'm going to do is just let this mission play out. My PC actually records my games. I didn't even know it was recording, so you might as well just watch this mission. I've got it all set up here for you. You don't have to. You can stop now if you wanted, but I'm going to upload the whole thing. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but if you want, go back to 1:18 in the video to watch that transition. It is not Pink Floyd material. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not... I mean, it doesn't make me want to go watch Pink Floyd, The Wall, or anything, or listen to Pink Floyd. It's just a transition that doesn't even look very good. Like past XCOMs looked better to me.
Heading there now.
So that's it, gamers, Stargamers.
Covered
We'll see you next time. Spin up those hyperdrives and join us on our next show. And like us on Facebook. Visit stargamer.space. That's where you can find links to our Facebook page, our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We're stargamer.space. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We would really appreciate that here. So spin up your hyperdrive, lock in coordinates to stargamer.space.
Position confirmed. This is for you!
It's still moving.
On the move! Moving out! Enemy down! Taking heavy fire! Enemies on the move! They're flanking us! Confirmed! Heading to that location! Negative damage! Moving out. Enemy destroyed. Will do! Objective position confirmed.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point. Sinful. Got it covered. I've got eyes on an advent position.
Running! Heading out! Scanning! Stepping off. Solid copy.
Who are you guys?
I'm gonna need support here! Cover the flanks!
Oh, Menace 1-5.
Okay.
The advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get to that terminal. Looks like they called in some friends.
Kill confirmed! Will do! Orders confirmed! Moving out! I'm on it! Affirmative. Moving out. It's still moving!
Roger that.
Advent forces sighted. They're trying to flank us! Enemies down! They're moving around the side! Okay. Running dry. Position confirmed. Doesn't hurt to check.
Access granted.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Move it! Take this! Confirmed. Come get some.
That's affirmative. Moving to Overwatch.
Target neutralized. What do we got here? Like this? No, please, no! Enemy destroyed!
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.